Hi there, and welcome to Unclassified, and also the fourth episode of my SCP series, where today we're covering SCP-004, the 12 Rusty Keys and the Wooden Door. Now, before I get into this video, I want to say I'm also doing a collab in this video, as I'm joined by my pterodactyl in the room, and he'll be, you might hear him throughout the video, so if you hear a loud, avian sound, just know it's a pterodactyl in my room, and if I try to tell it to leave, it will attack me, and I will not be able to upload a video, and you probably heard it then. If not, then I just gotta be quiet now, because it's staring right at me, and if I say something mean, then it will attack me. It will not think twice. It'll just fly right at me, peck at my eyes, and I'll be forever known as a no-eyed, unclassified, avian bird-owning, pterodactyl-fighting wizard. Anyway, without any further ado, actually, first of all, I want to say, I was meant to do this months ago, but obviously, I just didn't have the motivation to do anything. So, before we get into this video, start this video, I just want to say, thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I know it's a while ago, but we still hit 1,000 subscribers, and I have no words. When I made this channel, I never thought it would go anywhere. I just thought, okay, it'd be a little hobby I do to just work on my speech, and let me just tell you, it hasn't worked at all so far, but that's also my fault, because I gave up after the first 2 videos. But now, I'll try to keep it consistent this time, so I'm not giving my word or anything, let's just see where it goes. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get straight into the video. So as I mentioned before, this is SCP-004, 12 Rusty Keys and the Wooden Door. The object class, if you're, bothered what that is, elucid, however you want to pronounce it, but it's that. SCP-004 consists of an old wooden barn door, SCP-004-1, and a set of 12 rusted steel keys, SCP-004-2 through SCP-004-13. The door is a door to an old abandoned factory. Once unlocked and someone has entered in, they are ripped into pieces and disappear immediately, and they are scattered as far as 32 kilometers away from the factory. The keys have different effects when used, and only one of the keys are safe to use and won't end in death. Once this key was tested and declared safe, the person who was the test subject exited the factory, and what they saw must have been that bad that they couldn't stand up, and they tried to claw their own eyes out. Most people who entered and exited successfully were left in a catatonic state. Discovered years later inside the factory was a miniature version of it. Inside was a wooden chest which could be only unlocked by one safe key. Once locked back up, and everything that remains in the wooden chest disappeared and never returned. Well, that's that for the description. It wasn't much, I know, and I kind of struggled a bit, but let's get into the part that you probably skipped towards anyway. Sorry, just had to let the pterodactyl get that out. You done, mate? Yeah, well, I'm trying to get something done here, so, be nice. Anyway, let's get into the story. In the centre of a forest, there's an old abandoned factory. The factory has no windows and is only accessible by a locked wooden door. Exploring the forest near the factory is a group of 12 university students planning on throwing a small party. The group stumble across this run-down factory and decide together this is where they want to throw their party. They walk up to the wooden door and the group leader tries to open it. This is where they figure out the door is locked. They decide to split up into 2 teams of 6 and circle the factory looking for any other entrance, and to meet back in front of the door. After regrouping with the knowledge that there is no other entrance, one of the people notice a rusty red steel lockbox hidden in the bush next to the wall, and slowly heads towards it. Everybody seems confused but also intrigued, and they all decide together that they will open it. After opening it slowly, the person holding the box pulls out a set of 12 old rusty keys. They all quickly piece together that the keys must be the ones that can open the lock on the door. Having his heart set on getting his party started, the group leader grabs the keys and runs to open the door, and after fumbling with which one to use, he unlocks the door and steps inside. As soon as he is in the door slams shut, and all everybody hears is a blood-curdling scream. One of them runs up and pulls open the door, and unexpectedly they get covered with all the blood and body parts of the group leader. They all scream and want to run away, but as they turn and run back into the forest and they find the exit, they end up back where they were, just in front of the factory. Shocked and confused, they all panic about what's going on, until one person picks up the ring of keys and notices that one of the keys are gone. They look in the door, but there is nothing there. He pulls out a key and puts it in the door and tries to open it. The door opens and he slowly walks in, and after seconds of silence, he runs back out screaming and tries to claw his own eyes out. The group runs out and stops him from harming himself, and after he stops, he immediately runs back in. They all peek inside but see nothing but darkness. One of them tries to step in but is quickly pulled back, as no one else wants to go through what that one person is going through. They all argue over going in after them or just leaving, but in the middle of an argument, a body comes flying out of the door. They all just scream in terror and look down and see their friend in half. They see their friend in half and having pitch black holes for eyes. They all come to the conclusion that they are part of something bigger and